What can I do for you?
Here, the Trismegistus riddles. You can have it back. That was very helpful.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Aye, we found Grace.
I take it from your tone that she's safe. Such good news. I wonder, if I called on her, would she receive me?
I don't think so. Sorry, Lammy.
Oh. Right.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You've not asked for advice, but I'll give it anyway. You could start with forgiveness. Seems appropriate.
That might just work. Thank you!
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards, well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher, or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful. But perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
We've closed a couple of haunting cases. That might help.
Thank you. Truly. Here's to better days. Perhaps you'd have time to help me with my speech. 'Tis almost written. I need an ending, a high note on which to finish. I was thinking of talking about you. Would you permit it?
People don't always trust Banishers. Perhaps speak of courage. The spark of fire in their souls.
That could work, yes. With the added spice of your profound wisdom, I believe this speech will help restore the company to peace and temperance.
Well, Lammy, in case we don't see you, may I bid you farewell.
So, this is it? You'll return to New Eden and the meeting house?
Soon, the nightmare that was once Deborah Comenius will be no more.
The time has come to lift the curse. Our journey nears its end.
Do you really think Mistress Comenius is involved in all this?
We don't think it. We know it. Why?
Well, I'm no banisher, but
I don't like the sound of this.
it's just, I gave the ghost of Deborah Comenius her assent.
What?
Tell us what happened. All of it. Quickly now.
I saw her ghost for the first time during the winter of 1693. She was crying, she looked quite lost. This was near where she died, where she was killed. Not long after that I saw her again. Soon she was there every time I passed. She was in such despair I had to do something.
You found some obscure ritual in another of your books, and you tried to give her her assent.
Not an assent as such, since I did not use your words of power, but I'm confident my confected ritual of expulsion was just as effective. A breach briefly opened as she vanished, and then she was gone. I never saw her again.
And when did the first signs of the curse appear?
Some months later. Oh, my. You mean... No! No! It can't be!
Oh yes. You tried to help a vulnerable ghost and somehow started it all. For the very last time, Lamentation Haskell. No more experiments.
Oh, God. Farewell, young Haskell, and if I may offer some advice next time you have a bright idea, sit on it.
I expect Caleb Watson's Spectre to wreak havoc on Godsacre. We could settle him.
I think this area is similar to the map's instructions.
Something lingers here that did not before. We're not alone.
This is unfair.
According to the map, the treasure should be near.
Is it just me, or...?
I felt it too. You started this, Caleb.
Neither do you.
Think you could take on a ghost?
brothers was the worst at this point.
Let's settle with the fact that Ruth was unlucky to have met them.
Please give me strength. Send help. Please give me strength. Dear Lord, I need you now. Please, send help.
An unnecessary question, perhaps, but is everything all right?
No, I'm not all right. There are demons in the mill.
Are there indeed, Mr.
Cottle, sir. Perry Cottle. I'm the baker. This is all Haskell's fault. May his wretched soul rest in peace. His leniency brought the devil on us. Now witches will walk the land. But why are you still standing there gawking like a goose? Aren't you a banisher? I told you there are demons.
I... Tell me all about these demons and this mill.
There is a mill. It is my mill, in which I mill flour to bake my bread. In the mill, there are demons, sent by the evil one.
Oh, all right. No need to be an arse about it. I'll look into it.
The mill lies past the barren fields and across the bridge. Whatever you can do to help, I would be grateful.
What's the word around here?
Ah, it's gossip you want. Well, so be it. Recently, as I made my way to the mill, I saw Ishmael Lore sneak into Phoebe Walcott's barn, his arms laden. I don't know what he carried, but since then, he has seemed skittish.
How's life in the Harrows? Does it taste sweet now? Or does it taste bitter yet?
It tastes not bitter nor sweet, like a crust that has burnt and turned to ashes on the palate. Most here are ready to leave. I am torn. The governor knew what was what, and so did I. Now he's gone, and I'm alone.
You think too much, Mr. Cotto. This Haskell business was disturbing, and no man of business likes upheaval. Are you all right?
I'm disappointed. I admit it. I saw more character in the governor than was there. And now the young scut Haskell would have us all flee. Abandon all that we've fought to build. I don't know what to do, nor to whom I should listen. I confess 'tis not a comfortable feeling. I'll dwell on it a while.
How's Lammy doing?
Much has happened. Folks are changing. I may be one of them. Perhaps we need to start anew. Perhaps the boys are right. A new Eden is rotten to the kernel.
Will you be all right out here?
Will any of us be all right now our governor's gone? Lucy Barrow is dead, and demons walk. God has forsaken us.
I'll take that as a maybe. Who was Lucy Barrow?
Lucy Barrow was the alewife. And no, don't say the words. You don't have to be sorry.
Were you close?
Close? Yeah, we were close. Close enough to hate each other. And before you jump to any sodden Banisher conclusions, her death was not my doing. And 'twas I who found the body. I shall not miss her.
You will when the ale runs out. You really don't seem to hold her in your heart.
The baker and the alewife both need barley. We made a bargain, spit in hand and shaken on, to share the crop. But she broke the deal, went her own way, cut me out. No, I did not like her.
I should go.
As must I, to the hamlet, I think. God walk with you, Banisher.
Demons and a dead alewife. Haunting case.
Haunting case.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Watch out! Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
Away with you!
I can't help you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Shall we? Get out of there! They never learn, dude.
Reinforcements! They brought more friends. Demons. Need I was expecting an audience with Legion.
Someday, maybe.
No bread. Cottle never mentioned that. Odd times for Cottle the baker. Quite the botanist. What does a baker need with all these plants?
Remember the olive bread with rosemary and sage?
I miss Rome. I miss bread. Seems Cottle was looking for a substitute for barley.
And failing. Looks like Cottle hasn't been able to do his work for quite some time.
Sack race?
You think you can outrun a ghost?
This looks like it was ripped from a herbarium. Phytolaica decandra.
Pokeweed. It's poisonous. I doubt he used it. I hope I'm right. We should go back to the Harrows and talk to him. So a baker is forced out of work, his business partner dies mysteriously, and now the baker is haunted.
That makes him unpredictable and hysterical.
I know a lot of people who would be desperate if their work was taken away from them.
Are you talking about the infamous Banisher anti-Atlantic?
Be careful. I hear she has a mean streak. This isn't over yet.
Mr. Cottle, are you here? Something's near. Anyone home? Right, well, what happened here?
There was a robbery, or someone threw a tantrum.
Oh, it's a miserable life without bread. Despite the barley shortage, Lucy Barrow was brewing ale. Drove Perry mad. Sent him snooping after her.
Why would she not tell him? Food is as important as drink.
Takes dedication to sleep where you work. That or poverty.
My mother treated a baker once. He had the worst cough I'd ever heard. Turns out inhaling flour all day isn't good for your lungs.
Aye, and neither's poverty. The letter's old. Cotto must be very attached to this Aspen lady.
He must feel lonely.
You haven't seen better days.
I know the feeling.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
A key hidden behind a spectral web. Why?
What are you doing with my key, you filthy thief? You! Who are you? What are you doing here? Wait. The Banisher McWraith? Haunted by a ghost? You must be joking.
Good day. I'm Antea Duarte. Lucy Barrow, I presume.
You presume right. But never mind that. Perry Cottle stole the key to my alehouse. You have it. I want it back.
Why would Perry Cottle have the key to your alehouse?
He wishes to steal my business. So I hid it from him. There's nothing quite like watching a grown man soil his britches over losing a bloody key. Serves him right. The barley failed. No barley means no flour. No flour means no bread. It drove him mad, It made him mean. I don't easily scare, but he scared me. And I was right. In the end, he poisoned me.
What's your relation to Perry Cottle?
We traded. Pleasantries, foodstuffs. He baked a fine loaf. Mostly we shared the barley crop. I worked with him, now I hate him. When I offered him a fair deal, he threatened me.
He omitted to mention this.
Allow me a moment in which to come to terms with the news that the liar, Perry Cottle, failed to tell the truth.
You know how to brew ale without barley. We know this because Perry Cottle spied you doing it.
For a great baker, he makes a piss-weak spy.
Why would you not share your work?
I'll tell you this. My husband and I ran a tavern in England. He supported my ambition. Never once was he intimidated by me. When he died, I sold up and left for the New World. I was looking for peace, opportunity, wealth. I found it all. Until the curse. Everything I have, I earned with the sweat of my brow and the brains in my head, and neither man nor God shall take it from me. Perry Cottle thinks innovation, the fruit of my labor, comes from God, to be shared by all, but especially by Perry Cottle. I am a woman of enterprise, and no one drinks for free. No payment, no deal.
Tell me about the poisoning.
To start, let me tell you about the baker Perry Cottle, who is as mean as he is stupid. Mean, for he would not pay me for my work. Stupid, for he poisoned me before he could get his grubby hands on it.
Are you sure he poisoned you?
We had words. He threatened me. He carried out the threat. It seems cut and dried to me. You don't believe me? See for yourself. You have the key. Go to the alehouse where I died.
Where is it?
Go north, across the bridge, past the fallow fields. But do be careful. I hear it's haunted by the ghost of the poor dead alewife.
We should go.
You should. Work to be done. Chop on.
Looks like Perry Cottle left some details out of his story. Let's go to the alehouse.
Lucy's alehouse, I believe.
A playground for the devil, according to some.
So, what do we have here? That's quite the sale. Good thing she had her husband's support. Unmarried alewives don't usually have it so easy. Those concoctions sure are inventive.
She knows her trade.
I know brewers, and this one is talented. A book of poisonous plants, with a page torn out.
Let me guess. The Phytolacticandra page is missing.
Folk need bread. What do you use in place of the barley? Lucy! Mistress Barrow, please, I beseech you, tell me.
Over here. Look, not the first time we've heard of this deal.
Doesn't change the fact that Perry was furious at Lucy's refusal.
Enough to kill? Seems unlikely.
Keep looking.
Let's check what was hiding under that ivy.
Lucy Barrow was quite the force of nature.
As a widowed alewife amongst witch-hunting Puritans, she'd have to be.
Exactly. Well-thumbed books. Lucy Barrow's an educated herbalist.
An alewife, fierce and educated. I bet folk were intimidated. And suspicious.
We should search the mill. Might be a jump to be had up behind the wheel there.
We'll have to stop it spinning first.
We'll look into that. Can't shoot the lock. Not from here, anyway. And this door is locked.
It's on you!
ready and waiting. Eyes peeled.
This on for size.
I might be able to help with that. That's almost it. That works. Let's go.
Quite the operation Mistress Barrow is running. Ah, the governor in his genius given the title Alewife to the alewife.
She must have loved that.
This place reminds me of Mother Louse's over on Cheapside. Wonder how the old alewife's doing.
I'm sure she'd be glad to see you back on your feet.
She was a good friend, and I needed one. I'm surprised Perry Cottle found no substitute for Barley.
Some men can't think beyond what they already know. But this, I think, is about wounded pride.
Oh, look at that. It's the drunkard's jackpot.
Don't get excited.
Once upon a time, finding this lot would have made my day. Yes, and those orders won't be fulfilled.
Unless Perry takes over the brewing.
Wouldn't be the first time an alewife lost her business to a man. Quite the collection. Well labelled too.
Lucy Barrows is better organized than my mother.
This is the phyto... the pokeweed. What's it doing here? This is our ghost tie, and a memory hangs on it.
Unveil yourself!
Still confusing your charms?
Haskell Fogach Smal.
Perry Cottle? Is that you creeping once again? You can die first before I give you anything. Best run, Cottle. Have a stick and I'll not hesitate to use it!
She took the fight to Laka instead of the hops.
A sad fate. And a stupid death.
Afraid to lose her individuality. She lost everything instead.
Without her secret ingredient, I still can't make bread.
Perry Cottle! What are you doing in my house, you horrible little man?
Dear Lord, what work of the evil one is this? Lucy Barrow? But you're dead. I saw your body in the alehouse. The dead return, and you are most surely a witch. Yes! Oh, this explains everything.
Oh, for the love of God, just stop your nonsense and explain what the hell you were doing in my alehouse.
I believe I'm the one who needs answers.
Oh, God! The world is ending, and the Lord must call us to him.
What were you doing with pokeweed, Lucy, if you knew it was poisonous?
I am a herbalist and an alewife. I make things. I have all sorts of poisonous plants. I knew Perry was spying on me, so I led him to believe I was using common weeds in place of barley. I chose pokeweed because it helps women with their monthlies.
Twisted and ingenious. I think I like you.
Perry Cottle stole from me. He found out about the poisonous plant and killed me.
Lucy Barrow, under the pretext of a demand for fair payment, you hoarded a valuable recipe.
That's right. You'd have starved us for the sake of your business. You denied the children of God their daily bread. For business, Lucy, for business. Our Lord God called you to give service to his flock, and you demanded payment?
Let her speak, Mr. Cottle.
If the Lord wished the fruits of my labour, then he should have paid me like anyone else. I worked hard for where I am today. I deserve to succeed. I worked my arse off for it, and you would have me give it away. Not a chance.
Go on then, Mr. Cottle. What were you doing in the alehouse when you found Lucy dead?
I'd not seen her in a moment. I was checking she was well.
You base strain-hardy oaf. You'll not have what's mine. You were checking to make sure I was dead.
I was doing no such thing.
But you were, Mr. Cottle. You spent weeks harassing Lucy here for her recipe. You harangued her so much that in a moment of stress, she made a mistake and accidentally poisoned herself. For that, you are responsible.
Time to set the top on the right bottle, Cottle, you dundering harasser. You dwindling failure, you sneaking thief.
I never meant to. I am none of those things. She had it coming. Devil worshipper, witch, selfish woman.
To work then. Let's do this, so it's done. Lucy Barrow, you haunt the baker Perry Cottle, blaming him for your accidental poisoning.
It was no accident.
There's much to admire about you, Lucy, but the dead must leave the living alone.
I fought for everything I had. I'll fight on!
That war is over. Surrender. Win the peace. Life will go on. Give it one last gift before you leave.
I replaced the barley with oats. I have it in stock.
Oats? Oats are for cattle.
Oats are for beer, and biscuits, and bread.
You made your mark upon the world. Go in peace. Go in peace.
I suppose I must thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I have some thinking to do. I think that pricking is my conscience. Have I strayed from the path of our Lord? Well, bugger.